I think there is a lot of value in talking about your ex in a favorable way. I have to say, when I first got divorced many years ago, I went on a date with a young woman. It was one of my first dates as a divorced man. And she was a divorced woman. And she was a beautiful woman. And we were having dinner, and it was going quite well. And it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I definitely want to see this girl again. And I said something about, there's going to be this thing at this museum. We should go. And she's like, oh, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And I'm like, yeah, we should definitely, maybe that will be the next thing we do together. And she was like, yeah, we should go next weekend. Like, the kids are with the asshole, so we can go. And it was like, you could hear that record scratch. Like, I just went, oh, yeah, no, this isn't good. Like, I'm not, you're referring to the father of your kids as the asshole. We're already, I'm walking into something here that I don't know that I want to be involved in. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey, before he was married, if you look at his history, he dated some of the most beautiful women in Hollywood in their prime. Mm-hmm. And none of them ever talked bad about him in the press. They all were like, oh my God, he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy. And I always wondered, like, he got out of all of those relationships without a scratch on him. And when you'd watch an interview with him, they would say, like, so you dated Penelope Cruz. And he'd go, Penelope, that's just a special lady. That is just what a special lady. She's just wonderful woman. I'm just so blessed to have the time with her. What a beautiful, wonderful woman. And I would think to myself, I'm like, you're a genius. Like, he's a genius. Because, like, he never came off as petty, spiteful, bitter, any of that. He just came off as, like, just dignified, strong, smart, self-assured. And, like, it left the viewer with the impression that, like, when he was looking off in space, like, he's probably, like, just thinking about some wonderful time he had with her. And you think to yourself, like, God, that guy, like, he just became cooler and cooler. Yeah. Whereas if he got into, like, the whole, oh, yeah, that was ugly, and then, this happened, and like, nobody wants to hear it. It's awful.
The funny thing about him, just having interacted with him a bunch, I don't think he's in the Rogan school of thought. I think that I don't see him ever having a fight. Now, his parents were, as he's spoken about a bunch, nonstop fighting. Right. They got divorced and remarried and just insane.
And they were volatile.
Yeah, very. I mean, he seems, maybe you kind of, it's a pendulum swinging the other way. He just seems cool as a cucumber, like always.
Just lets it roll off. But, even if it's internally not rolling off, there is value in just rising above it in your discourse.
That's true. Yes.
Like you lie to your children. Like, people say this to me all the time, clients. They're like, why did you tell your child that dad had an affair? Well, I'm not going to lie to my kids. Fuck you. Yes, you are. You lie to your kids all the time. Yeah. Mommy, are you going to die someday? Yes, babe. I'm going to die and daddy's going to die. And then someday the earth's going to hurl into the sun and we're all going to die. Sweet dreams. Like, that's not, you lie to your kids all the time. What's wrong with me? We don't know what's wrong with you. We're going to take you to the doctor and hopefully it's nothing serious and you won't die. Like, you lie to your kids all the time. You tell them that Santa Claus exists when he does, whatever. So to say, I'm not going to lie to my kids, like, you lie to your kids all the time. You don't like your husband. That's okay. You don't like your ex-husband, but it's their father. So just grin. Oh, daddy took me to meet his new girlfriend, Kiki. Oh, that's nice. Did you guys have a good time? Good. Oh, and she helped me do my hair and she did my makeup. Listen, I'm sure that's burning you inside. Yeah. But you go, oh, that's great. Because why? You love your kids.
Well, that's what, I mean, again, McConaughey has a way about him with that. He's like, he basically says never lie, but a little bullshit is okay.
Sure. Yeah.